morning.
Welcome to Geneva.
Pleasure to meet you.
Please come in.
Thank you. Mr. Fawaz, hello and welcome to the show. First, let me thank you for inviting us in your beautiful property. And shall we start by saying marhaba, ahla wa sahla?
Marhaba, ahlan wa sahlan.
Since you were born in Lebanon and a kid coming from Lebanon and, you know, going through the big business of jewelry, I think it was difficult. Wasn't that easy to get in the first step?
Well, you know, I started to be in this business at the age of 18, and I worked basically more than 20 years for the biggest two companies at the time in the world. So I had a background of a real background of this business. I never studied anything to become gemolog or PR school or design school or whatever. So I learned everything, what you call it, in a hard way, and never thinking one day I was going to do this business on my own. When I started with the Grisogono, my idea was just to have a little shop in Geneva and, you know, just to buy and sell things. And as always, I consider myself a very lucky person, touch wood. I never planify anything in my life. I just work very hard with passion. Just to give an example, I never considered my job as a job. It's something which I love to do. There is people that have some hobby. I don't have any hobby except I just started this business as an accident because I didn't want to study anymore, and my mother at the time, she was very upset, but she accepted the fact. So she told me, just find a job and make it by yourself. So the first job I found was a jewelry shop in Florence, and I started just like that. So what I started, as I told you, was, you know, just because I was fed up to work for other people. I had a vision of this business was made only out of love. I never thought about this business, I'm going to become rich and make money out of it. I'm doing this business because I think it's still something has to do with a lot with art. The majority of companies these days, they're not jewelers in my opinion, they're just businessmen, and they have to have results at the end of the year, so no matter what, they have to sell quantity.
How does it feel to move from a big brand to another? You worked with Harry Winston, with Bulgari, and now you have your own brand.
I told you, my last job was with Bulgari, and I left when one of the three brothers left the company. I don't know why. You know, after I worked for Harry Winston and Bulgari, and both companies at the time, they were at the top of the top in that what you call a real jewelry business. I didn't see any other company at the time that I could really fit in. So I said, I'm going to do it on my own, on a very small scale, not even thinking to create. I never was a creator in my life. I was just a good PR, a good salesman. And I opened this little shop with two partners, and after just 6-7 months, the two partners, they thought I became crazy.